it's Angela Silva here, and I'm making a little bit of a somber video about getting rejected from Outschool twice, but I will tell you that I did get hired the third time. The purpose of this video is to share with you the tips and insights I've learned the hard way from my 3 attempts to get hired for Outschool. And I did teach my first Outschool classes yesterday, and it was amazing and worth it. And I'll talk about how much I averaged per hour, and yeah, it's way worth it. Real quick, if you're new here, please jump down and hit that red subscribe button. It's super fast and easy for you to do, but it makes a world of difference for us creators who are trying to grow our audience and our channels. And I'm also starting a new segment on this channel where I share some love with the people who have shared love with me, either through comments here on YouTube or on my Instagram at AngelaGrams. And the comment I'm going to feature this week is from Instagram. It's from Marcella Jones. Her handle is Moonfuego, and she said, "Angela, your videos helped me so much when I started my VIP kid journey. So I guess I will go with you for $600 on this one. Jeopardy, LOL. I'm bilingual, so I'm trying to capitalize on that as well." Thank you for your very thoughtful comments. So feedback really helps me know that I'm creating content that you want to see, or if there's something you want to see, you gotta let me know. So drop me comments on the videos that are helpful, or if you have a suggestion, something else you want to know or see, please let me know. All right, so I first applied the end of May, I think May 30th. And I got the email on June 5th that said, "Your request to teach on Outschool has been denied." It said that they are unable to provide specific feedback, but they suggest the following tips to reapply. And then they sent me links that I had already read. I had gone through all the support tabs, and I'm gonna link those in my description as well because they were helpful, but they didn't give me specific feedback on my application. So I will tell you what I did. Here's my video that I used in my first application.
Hey, my name is Angela Silva. I'm excited to teach for Outschool. I have my own children, and when they were born, I was actually working on my degree. I was a piano teacher to get myself through school and have been a piano teacher ever since. I got my degree in exercise science and worked as a private fitness instructor. So I love doing kids yoga with my kids, kind of to set to stories and the movements align with what's going on in the plot. I also have taught my own children to read, and I worked in the classroom setting as a music teacher and librarian. So I really love teaching literacy to children, and I love to incorporate movement with it. So if I introduce them to a letter, what sound does I make? Eh. Let me see your eh. And then they need to act it out. And then once we put the letter together, we put it into context with some realia. It is a kitty. So I really like a multi-sensory approach that gets the kids moving, and it also helps them retain what they're learning long term. I'm really excited to bring this to the Outschool classroom, and I hope to hear from you soon.
So I thought that was pretty good, and I was actually applying at the same time as a friend, and we compared videos, and they weren't that different. So then I figured it must be something in my written application. And I talked with some friends who said, you know, make sure your video is in alignment. Actually, teacher Cristin made a video about this. She said she talked to Outschool. She sent a message to them and said, what are you looking for when people reapply, or what are the criteria you're using when you deny people? And they said alignment is really important in your application. And that means if your degree is in art, but you say you're going to teach computer coding, there's something missing there. They want to see that you're passionate about what you're going to teach, right? And you need to think about the parents' point of view. They're trying to sign their kids up to learn something that they're really excited about. They're trying to support their kids in whatever they love, their passions, hobbies, or maybe something that they need to improve, math skills, writing. So they want to see a teacher who really loves that subject and can teach it well. So if your profile is not, your application is not in alignment, I can see why Outschool would think that would not be a good fit. Real quick update, I'm publishing this video today. I filmed it last week, but I found out that since I filmed it last week, Outschool has released a new article in their support section about the guidelines to get hired. They've updated them and made them more descriptive, and I'm proud to say that a lot of the tips in this video are also mentioned in the article, but I've linked the article below. It's straight from the Outschool website about what they're looking for on good applications, and they even give examples of like, this is a good written example of what we want on the application. So go read that and make sure you follow their guidelines. So what I didn't do is make sure that the first line in each field is in alignment. So when you apply to Outschool, they ask what your passions or your areas of expertise are, and they also ask about your teaching experience and also the the classes you plan to teach on Outschool. So if you're talking about totally random things in that first sentence, it's kind of like a resume, how you want to highlight the most important thing on each section. So you want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward on the first line of each of those fields. So for me, that looked like highlighting piano. Even though I didn't get my degree in that, I highlighted that I taught piano for several years, and then I talked about how that's what I want to do in Outschool. And then in my video, my second video, which I'll show you in just a minute, I actually stood in front of my piano. So that's what someone said. Why don't you show them your teaching environment? Stand in front of your piano. So I did.
Hi, my name is Angela Silva, and I'm so excited to be applying for Outschool. I plan to teach piano to younger students aged 3 and 4. I do a really great job of helping the 3 and 4-year-olds just have fun. So although the skills aren't quite there at that age, they're excited about it, and that will continue on as they learn more skills and are able to do more. I also plan to do a book series because I worked as a music teacher / librarian at a child development center for preschool aged kids. I have this book series, Why Does It Thunder and Lightning? Why is the grass green? Common hard questions that kids love to ask their parents. And I also love to do books that help with their self-esteem. Like, I like myself. What do you do with an idea? And I have awesome activities planned to go along with these books. I've worked online for VIP Kid for 3 years and also have a YouTube channel with over 20,000 subscribers. And on that channel, I help teach teachers. I focus on positivity, fun, and connection in all of my teaching in order to give people that positive experience that will keep them coming back for more. Because a positive experience with something, even if the skills aren't quite there yet, is what will have them return to lessons, and eventually those skills will come. I do have my bachelor's degree in exercise and wellness from BYU in Provo, and I'm really excited to join the Outschool team. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.
So that was my second application and video that got denied. And at this point, I was really frustrated. If you were on my Instagram stories that night, you saw that I was defeated, but I also decided not to take it personal. There's a really good book called The 4 Agreements, and the 4 agreements are just rules to live by to make your life peaceful and happy, and one of them is to never take anything personally. And when I got rejected from Outschool for a second time, it was really hard not to take it personal. I was like, okay, maybe they've looked on YouTube for online teachers and they saw me there and they don't like me. Or maybe it's just something about my profile that this certain person doesn't like, and I just started blaming them. Well, they don't like me for this and they don't like me for this. And then I thought, no, stop. It is up to me to provide them an application that makes them think, yes, this is a good fit for Outschool. She is a good fit for our students, right? They're looking out for their students, their business. And if I'm not in alignment with who they see successful in Outschool, then it's not in either of our best interests to let me into their platform. So I had to stop taking it personal and just think, okay, time to learn, time to research. So I'm gonna tag all of the YouTubers who had videos that helped me. Off the top of my head, there was Lauren Snyder from Teacher Island, Newbie Island, Cristin, Carolyn, Brooke Nolan, Lainey Goff, Christina Garcia, Mary Clayson, and there's more. And if I don't link you below and you helped me, reach out and I will include you in that link, because there were a ton. I was following them on Instagram. I was consuming so many videos, messaging, asking people to review it. I realized it was up to me. It was not Outschool's attitude. It was me. And I needed to eat some humble pie and make sure that I was the type of teacher that would succeed on Outschool. So I reapplied a third time. This time in the written fields, I was much more descriptive. So while on my first 2 applications, I was more bullet style and succinct, it was like piano teacher, ages 3 to 50, whatever. I was like that. This time I was like in-home piano teacher for this many years, teaching students from age 3 through 50, individual lessons, and focusing on this. I talked more about my teaching style. I was just much more descriptive. And the same thing in the classes I would offer. I plan to teach beginning piano lessons to students using this method. And I spell checked and reread through all of my written things so many times to make sure there was not a single error. I didn't want to get tripped up by anything. And then I recreated my video, and the feedback I got from people about my video was, if you are offering a class, a performance or skill-based class like that, demonstrate. So I did. Here was my video.
Hello, my name is Angela Silva. I live in beautiful coastal North Carolina, and my passion is playing and teaching the piano. I love helping kids discover their passion through piano and how to express themselves through piano, whether they're feeling lonely, or if they're feeling magical, maybe they're feeling angry, maybe they're in love, or maybe they're just playful. I love helping children learn to play the piano through songs that they already know and like to help them really cling to that passion while they're learning those tricky fundamentals. And I'm so excited to teach them through the Outschool platform. I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.
So it took me a long time to get that all in one take without many mistakes. I tripped up a little bit on the Harry Potter video, but they needed to see that I knew what I was talking about, that I was actually a skilled pianist to be able to teach it to students in that way. So the 3 important things I learned, 1 was to make sure that your application is all in alignment. If you want to teach piano, emphasize your experience and your passion with piano. And the second tip is to be descriptive when you are describing that experience on your application. And the third tip was to make your video demonstrative if you are going to teach a performing skill like that or a specialized skill like that. Let them see you in action. You want to stand out. They're getting a ton of applications. So you want to make sure your video is memorable. You want to make them smile. Think about the psychology behind your application. If you can get them to feel an emotion, if you can evoke some type of emotion in them, you're more likely to be memorable and for them to think that you're going to bring that into your Outschool classroom. So yes, my 3rd application got approved. I immediately submitted some classes, and at that point it took 3 days for each class to get approved. I'm teaching a class about personal responsibility and helping kids learn about their power to choose and try to start thinking through consequences before they make a good or bad choice. And the second one is about celebrating diversity and what makes each kid special. In fact, today I just opened up 2 more classes. One is makeup artistry for teenage girls or boys who are interested in a career in makeup artistry. So that's a class that I just opened up. It's a little more in depth. It's a 4-part class. So they meet with me 4 different times. And then the other class I opened is for kids who have doodles, a labradoodle or a golden doodle. It's like a doodle dog club. So I just thought that would be fun because I have a doodle, Hank. We think he's a labradoodle. I actually got him from our local animal shelter. Anyway, I hope that class does really well. I'm really excited for it, and I'm going to keep creating classes and see what happens. I hope this video was helpful. I hope if you've been denied, you don't give up. Please don't take it personal. Look at it as a chance to learn, because the more you learn and research what it takes to be successful, the more successful you will be on Outschool. If you'd like to apply, my referral link to do so is below, and I'll include those support links where you can learn everything that Outschool wants from you. If there's one thing that I've been really impressed with Outschool, it's their support. Whenever I've had a question or a concern and I message them, they are so fast and thorough and very well thought out responses. They have a great support section and team. So you can apply below, or if you want to apply to sign your kid up, you get a $20 credit for classes if you sign up. So you can always try it risk-free. I also have another video that you can check out about my tech setup. So this is actually a gooseneck phone holder. I snap my phone in like that to turn it into a document camera. Teacher Lauren, who I reference below, has a video all about that. I'm going to show you how I do it as well, and talk more about my first classes, how they went, how much I earned, and how I set up my lessons. So be sure you check out that video. Again, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me along on Instagram. I'm super active there on the day-to-day basis, showing what I'm up to, Outschool and otherwise. So follow me there at Angela Grams. And as always, happy teaching.